Witch Chat Wardog message over. Welcome back, guys, to day 9 of our Zhongjiang roleplay campaign. Let me get this screen up here. And there we go. Alright, so we're going to do a very brief recap on what happened at the end of Monday's More War Monday stream. We are still currently at war with Gongsun Zan and still at war with Han Xin. We are no longer at war with Ma Zun as we made peace with them in the last stream. We are in a coalition with Yuan Tan, who of course has, I believe, unless it's changed, Shu Han as his vassal. Yes, he does. And he's also now got the Han as his vassal because he's captured the Emperor from Kong Rong. So we are at war on two fronts. We decimated the two armies from Han Xin that made their way into our land, and at the end of last turn it was decided that Zhongjiang would head north because Lu Zhong's forces are actually up here on the other side of Gongsun Zan's territory, and Gongsun Zan has an army being led by Huanglong Shu Wen that is, well, has taken two of the settlements that we took in the last episode off them. So Zhongjiang's on her way up there to sort that out, and she has left Jiang Wan in charge of the Western Front. Did Kong Rong fall? He certainly lost his capital. I can't see him on the map. And I can't see him on the diplomacy list. So I think, yes, Kong Rong is done, I believe. I think his faction's been destroyed. So, I think we knew about them anyway. That was as a result of the battles. We have Ju Jun, who's leveled up. Yin Li, who we're still waiting on a level up for. Wang Jian is not a happy bunny. He's at court and is severely angry. I have a feeling it's not going to get any worse though, because at his level, minus 24 from higher court position is the highest, and minus 20 is the highest lack of purpose can go. So I don't think we'll lose him. I think it should stay at 8, but we definitely need to keep an eye on that. Jing Pei is also less than happy because he has friendships in hostile factions, which I guess is Shu Rao, who we've sent as a spy, but I feel like that should not be a thing. Like, it shouldn't upset him that we sent a spy to a hostile faction, but still. He also desires a much higher court position because he is disloyal. I think that's, yeah, higher desire for office. So he's disloyal and he's level 4, so he's got a big penalty there. But I don't think his is going to get any smaller either. Trying to get construction stuff done. You kind of were. Yuan Tan is killing it. Shu Rao is returning anyways, so that should go away. That's a fair point, she is. So yeah, we've got 2 level ups, which is Tyler and Rill, but they haven't been around for a while, so they're just kind of sitting on those level ups. It is spring of 218, guys, and we are going to see what happens when we press the end turn button. We will have a look into doing some civil stuff at the start of this next turn. Doomsday. Okay. Alright. There are a lot of people in the recruitment pool right now, including Tai Mao, Sumeyi, and Ji Bun that was fighting for Gongsun Zan in the last stream. I'm sure I remember saying Ji Bun. Right. David, I don't know if you're aware, but Sarah changed her sponsorship. She's no longer sponsoring Lu Zhong. So Lu Zhong has kind of defaulted back to NPC status, and I'm making decisions for her. Sarah has moved her sponsorship to. She went briefly through Songjian and then settled on Caojie. Shu Rao is now back with us, which is good. But she is actually able to spy for somebody else, so I'm tempted to try and send her back out. Why is she... She desires a higher court position, which we are going to... Oof, Jesus. We are going to promote her to Commandant Advisor to try and appease her a little bit more before we send her out. But also because she was involved in the big battle with Ma Chao. You know, she risked her life for the faction, which is the main reason she's getting it. It's just also helpful for us to do. So let's try and send Shu Rao out as a spy. I would quite like to embed her. You know what, we're going to try and send her to Han Xin, because if nothing else, she'll probably do a bit of recon on his territory and we'll know where it is better. We need to recruit Sarah's character when possible. Yes, we do. Ril will unsponsor his officer as he doesn't have time to be in enough. I'm going to leave it as his officer anyway, Ryan, because Yin Li is retired, he's 57, he's at court. Like, he doesn't have to be here to do stuff. And when he dies, he doesn't just automatically get handed a new one anyway without coming in and saying he wants one. So I'm quite happy to just leave Yin Li as Ril's officer. Ryan, where are you going to sort of pitch up to get Caojie in? In fact, before we do that, there is something that Zhongzhang wants to get done. Just bear with me a second. Sponsored officers. Do. No. I am giving out a title, like a custom title. What's the date? It is summer 2018. So, Jiang 1, you will receive a rider from Zhongzhang during this turn, informing you that you are officially being appointed Prefect of the West, which essentially means you are now a legit general. Your army is now a legit army, so you can press other people into service, and that your kind of mission is, as it was at the end of the last episode, to defend our western border and potentially, you know, push if you want to, but to keep our western border safe. So Jiang 1 at... How old is Jiang 1? 23 is being appointed Prefect of the West. And yes, right. Doomsday, you are currently in Taiyuan Toolmaker. You want to do Taiyuan City Upgrade and Yanmen Farm thing. I assume you mean the lumber mill, unless you mean the thing in the city. However, you're down here now, which means your orders have to pass... Who does it have to pass? It has to pass Jiang 1 and Jingpei. I don't think they have any interest in intercepting your orders, but they have the chance. And then all of these people at court who probably won't do anything about it. What's Hanya Anyue's? Direct, uncomplicated, intrepid, trusting, philanthropic and fulfilled. Yeah, I don't think anybody's in your way, Doomsday, unless Ryan or Imhotep decide to intercept your orders. So what would you like to do? Doomsday, sorry. Through the valley to the west in normal stance to enlist Sarah's character. How far, Ryan? Like, do you want to cross the river or hold at the river boundary? He told me he wants to do that so I can make decisions for him. Okay, as far as possible. You do know that, to be fair, they're both pretty battered and small, but there are two forces over there. I'll just give you a second to confirm that order. And then, while you're doing that, I'm going to remove Yin Li from Rill. So, if I can find Yin Li. So I do appreciate Rill basically relinquishing control of his character if he's not going to be here, but it's not necessary to do that. However, it does mean I can now level up 57-year-old saboteur Yin Li, who is creative, artful, vengeful, and feared. To be fair, he's been in the capital a long time, and it kind of ties in with creative and artful. We're going to grant him scholarship. Confirmed from Ryan for Jiang1. So we're going to move that way, and then you're going to recruit Cao Jie, Ryan. You do actually now get a choice in your appointed lieutenant, because you are an official army and you are Prefect of the West. We'll do that after Ryan's picked his lieutenant, Doomsday. So Cao Jie was the one you were going to pick, because that's Sarah's character. So she doesn't harmonise with you or your now officially appointed captain. Sarah's here! To be fair, it doesn't look like many people do harmonise. Han Anyue does, but she's 45, and Wang Jian, who's 26, does as well. Alright, while you have a think about that, Ryan, I will do Doomsday's civil buildings. Doomsday, you want to order some construction in Taiyuan. Main city upgrade. So you want to upgrade the city to a large city. And then the thing, I'll do that when you've confirmed it, but the thing you wanted to do in Yanmen was to upgrade the land surveying office to a land registry office. Tie you into large city. That's on the way. I'm going to move the Bandit Queen whilst you guys are thinking about stuff, because she needs to move anyway. And Lu Zhong... I am actually going to move Lu Zhong down the road. And land registry. Okay. So there we go. Shun Yu has ordered 2 pieces of construction, since his orders actually got through this time. Shun Yu, you're still actually mobilized at the toolmaker. I don't know if you want to move or disband or anything. Like, you also have that option. Jiang Wan's moved, Zhong Zhang's moved, Lu Zhong's moved. I think I will go for Wang Jian, as our characters don't harmonise. Would like him to have 4 archer units in his retinue, swapping out the archers of my retinue for infantry. Okay, let's see if we can get that done. Wang Jian. And so we have unlocked Archer Militia, Crossbowmen, Repeating Crossbowmen, and Trebuchets. I don't know why my speech is going all over the place, but we don't have like official professional archers yet. So you can sort of choose what you want. I'll follow the new true army. Okay, Shun Yu is going to follow the prefect. I think we're just looking at your army composition now, Ryan. It's a little bit all over the place right now. 4 archers, 1 trebuchet, 1 spear for Wang Jian. I'm assuming you mean archer militia, not archers, because of what I just said. So we will... What I'm going to do is recruit 4 units of archers, and then I'm going to retrain the 2 level 1s that he starts with, because they'll come out... Well, the trebuchet one won't, but the one that you're going to change to a spear... Oh no, they won't either. Okay. If it had been any other ranged unit, they'd have come out level 3, but... Rest in peace, income. We'll be fine. Alright, so you've now got a total of 5, 6, 9 missile units in an 18 unit army. Half of your army is missile units, Ryan. Do you... and because you're an officially sanctioned army as well, Ryan, you can change Jingpei's retinue. He doesn't have to, like, nominate his own change. You are his general. He was assigned to you because of the prefect, so you have the authority to change his retinue if you want as well. He can protest and try and tell or ask you not to, but it's ultimately your decision now. Like the archers of my retinue to be made into infantry, okay? What kind of infantry? I'm trying to keep the feckin' pop-up away from the troops. So you've got Saber Militia, Saber Infantry, Pearl Dragons, G Militia, Spear Guards, and unless you count Crossbowmen, I guess they're also infantry, but... Swords and axes. So... Do you want the militia that are obviously slightly more inferior, but cost less and less upkeep, or do you want like professional saber infantry? I don't think we can recruit any axemen, or at least you can't. Can I get 1 Pearl Dragon and rest Militia? Yep, you can. So, Pearl Dragons... Damn it. Saber Militia. Saber Militia. There we go. Right. That's all the active stuff we can do. If there's anybody that's at court or, you know, administering stuff, but not on the map, feel free to give me a shout out if there's stuff you want to do or stuff you want to look at, but for this turn I am going to proceed. God damn it, Yuan Tan took Dai Horse Pastures. Han Xin will sign peace with us, but he's more or less our only avenue of expansion, so I'm a no. Not seeing anything from the chat. I think there is a little bit of chat lag before it comes to my phone. Ryan saying no. David saying no. Yeah, it's a no. To be fair, I should have just clicked that and not wasted the time, because it's the sort of... it was an easy decision. Zhong Zhang was set on it anyway. Good for him. Right. Lu Zhong is going to put Yobei Ping under siege before Yuan Tan's armies get here. It's possible that we won't need Zhongzhang now because Yuan Tan's forces have arrived and it doesn't look like Gongsun Zan's going to win. So we're actually going to have the Bandit Queen divert back to the west. I need orders for Jiang Wan and Shun Yu. Spicy's flopping in. How you doing, Spicy? And I got it right this time. You're not happy that Zhongzhang is sabotaging your attempts at administration, Shun Yu? Well, to be perfectly honest, Zhongzhang's not too happy that you sabotaged her attempts at having Gan Ning in the faction, but, you know, we don't all get what we want. Continuing to Shihe Port. I believe this pass here is quicker. So we're going to go this way. Continue following the prefect. Excellent. Those are what was there already. Cool, right, we're just going to proceed on then, because nobody else has said anything. Yep, Yuan Tan just took Yojo. Spy dispatched Xu Rao. Vengeance is mine! The burden of a vengeful duty that long clouded this general's happiness is finally lifted. Through sheer chance they encounter their target on a lonely road and satisfy their responsibility once and for all. Song Jian just murdered somebody. That's pretty much what that says. And now he's happy because he murdered somebody. Interesting. Okay. We've got Yobei Ping because we got here first. I'm going to delegate and then try and beat them to the iron mine. I doubt I will because Lu Zhong's not going to be able to move this turn. She has to stay in the city. But we'll see. It's a large city. We're going to loot and occupy so that it takes a bit less food when we've captured it and for the cash boost. And then we'll see if we can get to the iron mine before Yuan Tan, but I don't think we will. In the meantime, I need further orders for Jiang Wan and Shun Yu. And the Bandit Queen is catching up with them. You didn't miss a lot. Apparently Song Jian just murdered somebody, but I know that's not your sponsored character anymore. I would suggest that Doomsday holds in the Toolmaker in case that army in the south loops around and into our land. I don't think... Oh no, he can get past the Bandit Queen. That's Han Xin himself, with Han Dang Shang and Zhong Jun. They could well do that. Continue into Shihe to close in on that army. Okie doke. You still need Shun Yu's orders. And Jiang Wan, how old are you now? 24. So, because the idea of being appointed Prefect of the West was that the Bandit Queen was going to be going east, and now she's not. But because she only just made the title for you, she's basically going to let you be Prefect of the West until you are 30, and then see what progress you've made in terms of that position as to whether you keep it or not. Don't want to walk past the Bandit Queen. I feel like he'd get murdered. Is there an army down there as well, David? I think there is, isn't there? They went down the river and came inland. So there's actually a second army down that way as well. Well, it sounds like Shun Yu wants to continue following Jiang Wan to me. So that's what I'm going to do. Rodney W. Official, thank you so much for the host, buddy. I don't know if that was one of the autos or not. Shun Yu... Is Shun Yu moving? Or is he just going to stay in the pass? Spicy, thank you so much for the host as well. Shun Yu will head back to the toolmaker, okay? There we go. Shun Yu's doubling back towards the toolmaker. And we know about that. We know about that. We've gained a trader. Cool, we know about all of that. So that's going to end the autumn. Gongsun Zan wants peace again. I'm going to say no. We reached that point a long time ago with Gongsun Zan that there is no peace. There is only Gongsun Zan getting killed. And there we go. Yen Tan got to it before we did, as expected. Oh! Who the feck's that? Oh, it's that army back there. Jiangwan. Han Xin's battered army, but being backed by Yi Jian Li Ting's army, are attacking you. Okay. Duan Qi is not a good duelist. Yi Jian Li Ting's not a good duelist. These guys are all knackered, so it really wouldn't matter how good they were. Han Xin actually does do quite a lot of AP damage, but he's got 7.2 thousand health. Check Sima Yi's salary. Okay. It says close defeat. It's mostly an open field battle. Han Xin's army itself is 763 men, that's not a problem. The other army outnumbers you by 300. I could probably win it. Could certainly make a close fought affair out of it. Hell, the game even seems to think it'd be pretty close anyway, so... You want to fight this, Ryan? Fight defensively, pull them in, use artillery to break up their forces and cavalry to smash their weakest units, fracturing morale. Yeah, they've got, I mean, they've barely got any shields in this reinforcing army, so let's go. His first action as Prefect of the West. Jiang Wan has a chance to prove his worth. I wanted Han Qin's head. I didn't think he would deliver it personally. It's practically a line from Three Kingdoms, Ryan. Certainly sounds like it'd fit. As expected, the enemy reinforcements are coming from behind us. Okay. We'll put the Gen Sword Guard in the center with Jing Pei's 2 units of Saber Infantry on either side. And we'll put 1 unit of Saber Militia on each end. And keep an extra one in reserve on this flank, because that's probably going to be the one where the main enemy army arrives. Put the Pearl Dragons there. Archers in the second row. Trebs. G Militia covering the flanks. Cavalry at the back. Who the hell is that? Oh, there's a 3rd unit of G Militia. Or you can protect the back of the Trebs. Jiangwan, I'm going to put here for now, Ryan, unless there's somewhere you'd rather be. With Jingpei to his right. And Wang Jian kind of overseeing the trebuchets. Is it the weak army or the strong one coming from the south? If you mean in terms of the battlefield, the weak one is the one deploying in front of us. The strong one is the one reinforcing in behind us. I'm actually tempted, Ryan. That's not gonna do it. Hello, no. I'm actually tempted to face the entire formation this way and then just fight off the guys that turn up at the back, because I don't want to waste missiles on these units, because they'll be so weak that a few seconds of combat will probably break them. Like, we can have the Cav deal with them and the G Militia and Pearl Dragons and stuff. Maybe with an officer or 2. Like, they should not be hard to beat, the guys that are coming from that way. So I think we're going to do it this way, unless Ryan tells me not to. I'm not seeing Ryan telling me not to, so I'm going to do it this way. Boff. There's the smaller force. They definitely don't look like they're eager for a fight. I'm gonna put the trebs on flammable rounds. Cause they might clip this tree, but it's not gonna be close enough to us. And the enemy's gonna come through a whole stack load of trees, so let's burn them out. Just gonna undo the formation for the time being. I'll turn the cavalry round. David, thank you so much for the host. Should turn these G militia around as well, actually. That is really not a formation. Perhaps send Jingpei to tie up Han Xin. I mean, you're in command of this army, Ryan. If you want to order him to go and be responsible for this side, then go ahead. I'll put him with the cavalry. Zhongwan sending him off. Apparently he's strong enough to push a catapult. I'm going to move these guys in front because they've got shields and the enemy does have some missile units. Oh, they're all disappearing in the woods now. That's not good. That means we won't shoot at them. But we will if the cavalry reappears. Trebs are firing. That'll give them something to think about. We'll pop ranged block chance on the guys around Jingpei. No! Oh dear. There was a lot of spearmen in there. Apparently Yuan Shu Fang has something of a death wish. Right, you guys can switch back to normal projectiles because they're out of the forest. Han Xin is angry by the looks of it. I think he liked one of the people that just got killed. Let's pop that again. We'll have him pop that. She's just beeline straight. Okay. Don't know what that was about. Han Xin is apparently tougher than he seems. Let's move you guys onto them. Let the Pearl Dragons fight Han Xin. Right. It's time to throw everybody forward. Good, you've got rid of them. Start attacking the archers. I think there's a line between bravery and stupidity, Doomsday. I'm gonna have Jingpei dismount his horse because he's fighting spear guards. Oh dear. I don't know what's going on down there. Let's not stand there and get shot, boys. That's not smart. And move Jingpei to that left flank because his troops have pretty much defeated this force behind us. Oh, Yuan Shufang is right there, so Jiang Wan's not going to miss the opportunity to go jump on her. And then we'll have Jingpei dismount because these guys are G militia, and then he's going to rush in there. Well, it's definitely been a bloody affair, but it was supposed to be a bloody affair, so... Jiang Wan still trying to kill Yuan Shufang. Apparently Jingpei is struggling a little. Loop my cavalry around and start breaking units where possible with psycho charges. I mean, the cav are still getting rid of these crossbows that will just shoot them in the back otherwise. Okay, you guys are not going to catch them. Get back up the hill if you can. Chang Wang is still struggling to knock Yuan Shufang off her horse. She's got 27,000 health, you've got 34,000. I wouldn't, but it's up to you. Decline. Hey! You finally got her. It's kind of hard to spot Jingpei because he's purple as a sentinel and Han Xin's troops are purple, but he's in there. Alright, victory is had. There's not a lot of chasing down that you will achieve anyway, so it's better than a defeat. There's 1,000 of them left, there's 1,000 of you left. Celebratory fudge time. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. I wish I had celebratory fudge. Come on. We gained some kind of dog. Ryan, you captured 268 prisoners. What do you want to do with them? Replenish? I think Han Xin's army was completely wiped out. Gongsun Zan's faction's been destroyed. Living in harmony. Some might say that being too trusting is a sure sign of folly, and that ruin follows anyone too easily led. On the contrary, being trusting makes a strong bedrock for friendship, as two of your generals discover. To believe in another's ability to not deceive you is a truly special gift. Relationship deepens between Dan Wei and Han Anyue. We've gained a clay dog. Ryan, that clay dog was gained as part of your battle, so it's loot from this battle for this turn only. If you want it for yourself, you can take it. It would replace your water clock. If you want to give it to somebody else, you can give it to somebody else. It's your loot for this turn. If you decline all possession of it, it just goes in the loot pool and becomes mine. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Zhong Jun was killed in that battle against us as well. Like to bestow a gift to Imhotep for his valiant defense of our rear. Okay, he has a wooden dog, so technically it's an upgrade. Even though normally I would want him to agree to taking it, and he's not here. I'm just going to give him the clay dog, because I highly doubt he's going to even notice. So, clay dog given to Jinpei. You do have the movement to catch Yizhen Liting, if you wish. Oh. Nope. Hello. And the Bandit Queen is through She-Her Pass. Shun Yu, still need orders for you. I assume you're still going to the Toolmaker, but I would like you to confirm that. And now there is no threat up here. 53-year-old Lu Zhong is going to retire from military service. She's going to pass her army to Song Chen, which means I need to do a little bit of, what is it? It's winter 218. So Lu Zhong. And then I also need to do Song Chen. Song Chen, you are going to take over the leadership of the Western Army, which is what Lu Zhong's army was named, but it's going to be renamed under your leadership and for its previous deeds as the Flying Army. So you are now General of the Flying Army. Can I request the fishing port construction? Shun Yu, you can request it. And it's got to travel down this way, and the Bandit Queen's going to intercept the message and tell them to piss off. I would like to secure and recuperate in the port. Okay. Jiang Wan is going to move to She-Her fishing port. I think I will recall my retinue and disband. I would like to conduct the port construction on arrival. Very well. Jiang Wan, as Prefect of the West, is going to build a fishing village along the Yellow River. Shun Yu, are you definitely disbanding, or are you still having a debate with your Prefect about what's happening? David, you have officially been promoted, which, since you are running a full, like a proper army, you can recruit a lieutenant. You don't have to wait for somebody to volunteer. Yes, I'm disbanding. Okay. So Shun Yu is going to disband his retinue and return to Yanmen. Move the camera back down by Herdong. Yep, there is indeed Lu Mao's army down there. You know what? As a direct, uncomplicated, intrepid individual who has clearly fought wars, Han Anyue is going to raise her retinue at Taiyuan's toolmaker. Just in case Lu Mao decides that he's going to try and come up there. The toolmaker's garrison is 2 full retinues, so there will be 3 full retinues with her troops as well. And I think that's all we can do for the winter turn, unless David wants to recruit a lieutenant. As like to keep the lieutenant spot open as of now, okay? That's going to be the end of the winter then. Hello! You're trying to peddle me a pointless son again? Yep. No thank you. The Duchy of Song declared war on Han Xin. Apparently we completed a mission from ages ago. Disloyal versus fraternal. In times such as these, when China stands on the precipice of chaos, what is the price of loyalty? Will China be saved by the fraternal bonds that tie warriors together, or by the honest and forthright seeking out heaven's will, no matter the consequences? You ponder this question alone. And apparently, because we have the trait fraternal, we have to side with Song Jian. Well, we could have ignored it, but I'm not going to do that. Justice can only be served through strong, unyielding bonds between kin. Right. Lu Mao has actually moved further away from us, although he's moving in a position to threaten Shangdang farmland. So Han Anyue is going to move towards the farmland. Jiang Wan, you are still doing some replenishment right now. Can we catch her? Oh, you bitch! Aha! We've discovered that Han Xin owns the horse pastures at Shuofang as well. Can I look at Taiyuan City? Well, hold on there for a second, Chief. We do only have 2 administrator slots, so I can't do what I wanted to do. Interesting. Yes, you can. Taiyuan City. What you wanted to look at? I'm just gonna invoke the council again as well, because it really doesn't matter what those missions are. They're pretty repetitive. but it pays to have them, so. What are we looking at, Doomsday? We shall move north to our border in she-her and replenish one more turn, sending a runner to suggest the Bandit Queen presses on into enemy lands whilst we siege the settlement behind her. The settlement behind her belongs to Marzoon, Ryan, not Han Shin. We made peace with Marzoon. What are the two buildings that can be upgraded? The government workshops and the Confucian Shrine. So the Confucian Shrine would go up to a Confucian temple. And the government workshops would go up to government provincial workshops. Then we will hold where we are. Okay. Upgrade the workshops. So Shun Yu, from his position at Yanmen, is going to instruct construction in Taiyuan of government provincial workshops, which will be backed by his friend Lu Zhong, who is in the capital. So she's actually going to support his construction there, so that definitely gets done. And then we need to pick a reform. We'll look at Yanmen after the reform, Doomsday. Reform, reform, reform. Ooh. An extra administrator position. Oh, this is starting to get tough up here now. I think, you know what? Let's look at agricultural tax relief for more of a roleplay point of view. We're just going to try and not tax the peasants as much. Only when the regime thrives will China thrive, and to succeed, certain elements must be tolerated. Lu Bu and Zhang Yan are in the recruitment pool, as well as Sima Yi. Holy shit. David, you said to check what Sima Yi's wage was, right? I don't know if there's a way we can check what his wage is from this screen. Doesn't, and I know for a fact if you click recruit, there's no kind of information, it just does it. Alright, yeah. Doomsday wants to look at Yanmen, doesn't he? So Yanmen can upgrade any of the main settlement buildings, including the city, the communal workshops, the mail post, or the land registry office. So I want to look at how old they are. Lu Bu is 63, Zhang Yan is 66, Sima Yi is 39. Can we upgrade to the food selling building? You can, a food trader. So you want in a food trader in Yanmen. Food trader in Yanmen? Not seeing anything, moving on. There we go. Take too long, I will just wait and do it the next turn. So you got lucky. Right, Wang Jian is apparently still a bit of a whiny bitch, but his lack of purpose is fading. And I think that's all we can do for the spring. I'm pretty sure this is the first year we've done in this session. We are definitely not making much time progress. Annika! Welcome to the stream, Annika. The Duchy of Wu offers a trade agreement. We have to pay 3,000 copper for it, but it's worth 600 a turn, so it will pay for itself in 5 turns? We also have to give up the Book of Songs. That's not a terrible deal. It certainly could be better, but it's more money. It's regular income as opposed to lump sum. Shun Yu says no. Song Chen thinks it would keep her bitch ass happy for a bit. I think it would also make Shu Han happy as well. We can earn that lump sum back in a battle or two. So is that voting for it, Jiangwan, or against it? Song Chen says go for it. Four from Jiangwan. Yep, I think we're going to do it. Well, that was silly. Wu vassalized Wei. Oh my god. Jia Long formed a coalition. Don't really care. Right, I'm going to start off with this because this seems like it's pretty simple. Goodbye. Not how those axes work, but sure. We captured Duan Qi. He's 65, so I'm really not interested in recruiting him. And Yi Jian Li Ting, who is 68 and wouldn't join us anyway, so release both of them. We'll take the replenishment. Like the wind. Not satisfied with winning the battle, our general overtakes the retreating enemy troops and lays a successful ambush, further reducing the numbers that can stand against us. Song Jian is just proving to be a beast. Li Kang was killed against us. Alright, Jiangwan, you've still got some replenishment on the go, so let me know what you want to do. Lu Mao is still on his way round. I actually think that Han Anyue is going to hold where she's at right now. See which way that he commits to going. And Song Chen up here, you are practically fully replenished. Apparently this unit of Raider Cav's not quite, but It's up to you if you wish to stay in Yobei Ping or move. It'd be quite nice if you could at some point take Liaoxi from the Yellow Turban Rebellion. We're not at war with them, but I'm not really bothered about declaring war on them. So if we could grab that before somebody like Yuan Tan does, that would be great. And Skin Dog, I do not use mods. No, I'm playing completely just vanilla Three Kingdoms. What's Shangdang Town looking like? It's looking like a town. It's got a county office, which is, I think from... Well, it's from another faction. I don't know which one it's from. It gives prestige, which we don't have. That probably means it's a Yuan Shao thing. But it gives 10% income to all sources in the town or the county, one or the other. Can we move to our side of the river crossing and see if there is no enemy on the other side? What, the river crossing here? I mean, you can already see across. This is where we can't see, the dark bit, so you can see what's on the other side of the river. Start moving my army up north to grab that bit of land. Are you doing that with just 2 officers? Can we upgrade the main town to a city? What, at Shangdang? I would like to move to the crossing, getting the last bit of replenishment before we cross. Okie doke. That's about as close as you seem to be able to get. I move Zhongzhang. Shangdang town to city. So those orders are going to go from Yanmen. Probably pass through the capital. Toolmaker. Han Anyue. She doesn't give a shit. And then they're going to reach Shangdang, which will then be upgraded to a small city. I don't know about you, but Gongdu literally takes the whole north in my campaigns. I haven't seen the head nor tail of Gongdu in this campaign. I have seen him take a fair chunk of land before, but I've never seen him take a lot. Usually gets wiped out for me. Right. Zhongwan's moved, Zhongzhang's moved, Han Anyue's moved. Yeah, Song Chen, David, are you making this march with just you and Zhu Jun? Just the 2 of you? Yep, okay. On the road again. Can't wait to get on the road again. And that's going to do it for the summer. Oh, we are in such deep shit when Yuan Tan decides to fight us. I don't know where, no idea where he's going. Wei declared war on Wu. Well, they weren't vassal for very long. Song Chen has gained the energetic trait, almost as if a 50-year-old man spurring his army into action somehow had a consequence. So, at the minute, David, you're on the road. I'm going to assume that you're going to keep marching, but let me know. Zhongzhang is... Zhongzhang is going to cross the river here. Jiangwan, you're currently at the crossing. Cal saying Cal has arrived finally. March my ass right up to their front door and smash it. Smash it? Smash it! Song Chen is on the move. Right. Han An Yue will kind of just keep pace with Lu Mao. What have we done, Imhotep? We've beaten Gongsun Zan, kind of with the help of Yuan Tan. Han Xin has been pushed off of our land, and it looks like things are about to start to swing in the other way. Jiangwan is going to cross the river. Guys, don't forget, there are people currently that have got sponsored officers that are giving me orders for their armies. You sure, Ryan? You've still got some replenishment. We are playing a roleplay campaign where you can sponsor an officer, which is a lot like sponsoring an animal at a zoo, except you don't just get pictures on their birthday. You also get to decide what skills they take when they level up. You get to decide whether they're going to be a military or a civil officer or a bit of both. If you're a general, you get to choose where you go. If you're working in the civil side, you get to try and build things, expand your personal influence, you know, have things built in your town or in other towns, and hopefully get yourself some council positions and stuff like that where you get to offer feedback to me as the faction leader. We will cross. Can anything be upgraded in Shihe? What, in the fishing port? The fishing port can be upgraded. Well, it's a village. It can be upgraded to public fishing jetties. Upgrade it. Done. There's nobody between you and it to contest those orders, so... And that looks like everything that can be done. Oh no, wait. Who was it? What? Shun Yu wanted to look at something. What's Dai looking like? Dai... The town of Dai looks like that. Well, you're both in the same stream now. Nope, that's not what I was looking for. May I change my retinue soon to involve some variety, like taking some better spears? You certainly may, Imhotep, as long as Jiang Wan approves it, because he's been officially appointed Prefect of the West. You are now in a legitimate army, so he has to approve it, and also you need to be in friendly territory, which you are currently not, because you've crossed the river. But yeah, at some point when the situation will allow, yes. Can Zhongshan be upgraded to a city? Zhongshan? Yeah, it can. Or Dai. They both could be. Oh, a request for the construction of Yobei Ping. Okay, go for it. There's nobody between you and it anyway, so... What do you want to build at Yobei Ping? You might want to fix Yobei Ping first. Mind doing the Zhongshan upgrade? Well, nobody's going to contest it because there's nobody between you, so... Hold all of it until I get done with Liao Zi. Okay. Oh, wait, so are you leaving orders behind that nobody gets to build anything there until you've taken that? Is that... Am I understanding that right? Okay, yeah, you can leave those instructions behind, sure. I think that's everybody. So, let's move forward. Marzoon has declared war on us. It doesn't look like Yuan Tan will help us, but I also kind of don't want him to, because he'll just steal the land anyway, so I'm not going to ask. Shu Han declared war on Song. Oh my god, Liu Bei's trying to gain his independence from Yuan Tan. Wow, okay, that just went to shit real fast. Wei and Wu are at war, and Shu Han and Song are at war, and we're at war with Marzoon and Han Xin. Holy shit, China's on fire. Ryan, now we are at war with the owner of this town, just so you know. I would like to increase my spearman rank up to the next one. You can't do anything in enemy territory, mate. We will turn back our forces to besiege Shihe. Very well. Jiangwan heading back across the river. I'm just going to move Zhongjiang. I'm going to attack. Oh shit. Okay. She's not involved. Who is that? Min Juning. With Song Yang and Tao Jinjin. Okay. If we claim victory, you can amend your retinue. Okay, there we go. I need that door smashing to happen ASAP so I can move south. Yeah. I'm gonna leave Hanan Yue where she's at. You may want to inform them that we're at war at some point, David. We're not actually at war with them right now. Alright, do that now. Like send a bloke just running 50 yards ahead of the army to be like, by the way, we're at war with you! My army's here! Yellow Turban Rebellion. Hello. We're at war with you now. Yes, we're at war with the Yellow Turban Rebellion. You can actually reach the town in one go, David, but you can't see what's there. With a large town, the garrison is going to be like 4 units, maybe a full retinue, I'm not sure. It's not got any walls, so you can attack it immediately. You don't need to besiege, because it's a town, not a city. But there could well be an army in there. Fuck it up. Is that what we're just going to banzai up the road? I mean, banzai's Japanese, not Chinese, but you know. It gets the point across. Sino. What do you want to do then? Yellow Turban Rebellion's just a bad faction. Move to the border. And there is an army in there with 2 retinues, which means... Oh, they've even got an administrator. So they've got 1 retinue there, 2 in there, and then an extra dude. So they've got basically a full army, plus 2 bonus units, and an extra... Well, plus 3 bonus units, because this captain's a unit, not an officer. Are they all peasants? Not all of them. Okay, actually everybody in the army retinues is peasants, but some of the garrison troops are definitely not. If you had 3 retinues, this would probably be a reasonably easy delegate. What are we doing, David? Show me the court, I need some archers. Are you trying to recruit a lieutenant? Is that what you're asking? Because the better way to look at it would be this way. Yes, okay. These are your options down to Danwei. Anybody underneath Danwei, we would be recruiting them from the pool as well as recruiting them into your army. Doomsday is offering his services. That's Shun Yu. We do also have other people. Doesn't actually look like anybody would harmonize with everyone in the army. Danwei likes Ju Jun but not Song Chen. Lu Zhong likes Song Chen but not Ju Jun. And Yin Li likes Ju Jun but not Song Chen. Show me Sima Yi. It looks like somebody's recruited him, or he's moved on at least, because he's not even an option anymore. Yeah, he's gone. As is Zhang Yan. The only one left there is Le Bu. Look, you can't have it both ways. You can't all scream at me not to recruit Sima Yi and then expect him to stay in the pool for the next 50 turns until one of you decides you want him. Doesn't work that way. Bring me Shun Yu for the fight. Shun Yu is officially joining the army at 56 years old as a lieutenant. But his forces have got to muster, David. It'll take them 2 turns as long as you stay where you're at, because you get the muster bonus. If you move, they'll have to replenish from the start, which will probably take longer. So it's up to you what you want to do. Stay for 2 turns. Build a camp. Right. Everyone has moved. So, end of the turn. Oh my god. Cao Cao wants to pay us 14,000 copper to declare war on Shu Han. I have no earthly idea how big Shu Han are. They own those 2 cities there, they own those 2 there, they own those 2 there, they own these 4 here, and they own all of this. To be honest, it's not really something we can focus on. And if you look at the map as well, like look at the size of some of the factions. The Duchy of Song are massive. It's kind of hard to distinguish one from the other up here, but the Duchy of Song basically owns all of that in there, all the blue bits actually, all the blue ones, and then Shu Han owns those massive blobs. Wei is that massive blob. Wu probably owns most of the south of China. We are really small. We need to start winning, and winning fast. We need to kill Shu Han. Take it. Yeah, no, I'm not taking it. We cannot commit to that war right now, and 14,000 copper really isn't that much. We had 25,000 in the treasury not long ago. Hello. Han Xin requested. Oh, that's not important. Rolling boulders. The enemy have left their siege equipment vulnerable, and a well-placed rock slide could cripple their assault. Although we must move men away from rebuilding and repairing the defences, it can be done. Do it, whatever. I am just gonna sally out anyway, so. Yeah, I didn't think you would want to. With your 2 retinues. Hey, we captured both of them. Song Yang and Tao Jinjin. She's 25. She's stalwart. Wait a minute. She's genuinely legendary at level 1 and 25. She's stalwart, tolerant, dutiful, trustworthy and creative. Kind of want to recruit her. Song Yang is 45. Temperamental, tolerant and distinguished. I kind of want to take them both on. Certainly her. Alright, I'm getting a lot of employees, but is that just for Tao Jinjin or is it for both of them? Imhotep saying ransom. Stalwart, tolerant, dutiful, trustworthy, creative. I'm definitely employing her. She looks like a feckin' awesome person. David saying employ both. Yeah. He's level 3, so he shouldn't be a problem. It's only when they hit level 4 that they sort of start to go, hey, I would like a better position. And even then, he doesn't actually have any traits that would make him, like, super want a better position. I'm going to take him as well. Yeah, he's 45. Song Jian has leveled up. Creative, fiery, fraternal and vengeful. His options are intuition, patience, bravery and stability. It's got to be bravery, hasn't it? Fiery, fraternal and vengeful. That's a brave person. And then we'll return to the horse pastures to replenish. Right, Jiangwan. I almost feel like I don't need to ask, because there's no army in the town and there's no walls around the town. But let me know if you definitely want to attack the town. Still don't quite know. Oh, apparently he's going down there to attack Yingchuan farmland. Okay. David, you told me last turn you were waiting for 2 turns to fully become mustard. So I'm assuming that that's what you want to do, but please confirm that. Secure she/her. Prefect of the West, Jiangwan. Attacks she/her. And it's a low casualty one, Ryan, so do you want to continue the siege or start delegate? Dano! Welcome to day 9 of the Zhongjiang roleplay campaign, Dano. And thank you very much for the 100 bits. They are going straight into the war effort, which is ramping on up. Hey Dan, delegate. Delegate. And what are we doing with the settlement, Ryan? Have to contribute to the war effort? You don't have to, Dano, but I really do appreciate those bits. Thank you very much, mate. Jiangwan! What do you want to do with your captured settlement? Occupy and repair. I don't think you need to repair because, if I have a look, yeah, if you attack a town and like capture it on the turn that you attack it, there's no damage. The damage occurs when you siege somewhere. It's like siege damage basically, so you don't need to repair. Yanmen upgrades. We can have a look at no. I'm gonna say that because you're in this army up here, and that instruction would have to travel all the way down here, which I don't think is feasible. Maybe it is, and we'll have a look. What are you looking at? What do you want to look at? Ryan, what are you doing? Are you just like literally parroting whatever Shun Yu says? As the prefect of the West, the puppet of the mastermind of Gan Ning's capture. Is that what's going on there? Wanted to do main city. It's upgradable. It'll cost us another 4 food and 3,600 copper. Oh, okay. Do you want to upgrade to a city? Doomsday? I'm not asking you, I'm asking Doomsday. Christ, at least figure out which friggin' puppet hand is supposed to be talking. I'm closer and claiming the idea. Alright, fine. Arguably the news would get there before his from you. So, sure. Now we're competing to build things. When did we gain them? Right, I'm going to go ahead and assume that we gained them in the battle. No, I didn't see them come up as part of the battle. So I'm going to assume we took them when we took the town. Maybe we got them at the start of the turn, I'm not sure, but we're gonna let Jiangwan decide what he wants to do with them. So one of them was Warriors Reinforced Leather, Ryan, which can only be worn by vanguards and champions. You currently have it for this turn if you want to give it to somebody. Don't worry about distance. We basically just assume you sent the gift and eventually it arrives. So, is there anyone that you would want to send Warriors Reinforced Leather to? that is a champion or a vanguard, because if they're not, they're just going to pass it on anyway. I will send it as a gift to the Bandit Queen. Okay. Well, she's not going to wear it because she's got her own armour, so I'm going to see where she might send it on to. To be fair, we only have 4 people that could... Well, 3, because one of them is Zhongjiang. We only have 3 people that could wear the flipping stuff. I think she's going to gift it to Song Yang that she just captured as kind of an appeasement gift. And then the other thing that you got, Ryan, was a black thoroughbred. Is there anybody you want to give that to? My strategist. Okie do. Wang Jian gets a black thoroughbred. Cool, right. You've moved. Bandit Queen's moved. We've done that. Song Jian gained a rank. We've done that. Did David confirm that he was staying still? Maybe? I don't know. I think that's all we can do for the winter. Staying, okay. Let's crack on. The Duchy of Song wishes to leave our coalition. That's not a good sign. So now we're no longer in a coalition with Song. Zhang Fei apparently fights for somebody that's definitely not Liu Bei. I don't know how the hell that works. Oh, Cao Cao has died and been succeeded by his son Cao Pi, as he was in history. And the Duchy of Wei has declared... Oh, wow. Oh, okay. So that doesn't happen. Like, that's not a historical event, but it is a historical event. Cao Cao never declared himself Emperor of China. He acted as the Emperor's Prime Minister, which, okay, the Emperor didn't quite have a full say in. Cao Cao kind of made himself the Prime Minister, but he never declared himself Emperor. And when he died, he told his son, Cao Pi, "Bury me in an unmarked grave, never call me the Emperor, and do not call yourself the Emperor." Then Cao Cao died. Cao Pi buried him in a luxurious grave, declared that his father was the Emperor, and appointed himself Emperor. And that's actually what's just happened in our game. As soon as Cao Pi took over, he's declared himself Emperor. That's pretty special. I like that. It does also mean that, yeah, if we look, the Kingdom of Wei's capital now has the funky Imperial Dragon. They are now one of the 3 kingdoms in our game. Right, let's get back to this. That doesn't look too great. How strong is the Horse Pastures garrison? It's getting there. Ooh, Ren Kui. You look flipping nasty, mate. Right, Zhongjiang's going to stay where she's at. Jiang Wan, your army is fully replenished. What would you like to do? Is there a truly historical mode where everything is exactly historical to army movements and such? No. And if there was, it'd be a video? If even the army movements were historical? Like, why would you even play a game? Like, what can you change? There are options when story events come up. It does have a red mark on them that tells you what happened historically. So if you want to try and follow the story as closely as possible, you can choose those options every time. But the game still progresses. Like, as soon as you press the end turn button the first time, it's already deviated from history. Mod, there could be a mod, but again, I don't know why anyone, I don't know even how anyone would make a mod that big that remodeled everything. Ryan, I don't know what you want to do with Jiang 1. I'm going to come back to you. Han Anjua is going to... She might actually disband because I feel like Lu Mao, or whatever he was called, has been defeated. So we don't need to pay maintenance for her. I will hold position and give Imhotep the time to amend his retinue. Oh, okay. Imhotep, this is your retinue in the middle. You have 2 G militia, 2 saber infantry, 1 archer militia, and 1 Gen sword guard. What do you want to change, and what do you want to change it to? I'd like to change the G militia to infantry. To G infantry. I just clicked the wrong button. You're a sentinel, so you can't recruit G infantry. Because they are a spear unit, which is the ones that champions recruit. You recruit, like, sword and axe and glaive infantry. And also, your commander is requesting that you keep 2 spearmen units, which would be the 2 G militia. Is the dragon's glaive classed as spear? You mean the pearl dragons? No, they are classed as infantry. That's why you can only see on here what you can have. So there's nothing on here that you can't get if it's on this list. Pearl dragons are assault infantry. They're not spearmen, which weirds me out. Like, they're not meant to fight cavalry, these guys, like you would with any other unit that has a pointy thing on a long stick. Like, they are meant to cleave through people. So change 1 saber to pearl dragons. 1 of your saber infantry to a pearl dragon. Any other changes? Yeah. What else do you want to change? Dano, engage in lurk mode for dinner. What you having, Dano? Hope it's nice. Please enjoy. No other changes, Imhotep, just that one. So you want to keep this archer unit and you want to keep all of these guys as well, as is. Beans on toast. Beans on toast can be good. You can drop the archer unit. We have a strategist for archers. Yeah, that's why I was like wondering if you wanted to keep yours, because David, whilst Imhotep's having to think about that, I believe you are fully replenished. So if you want to be thinking about what Song Chen's next move's going to be. Throw us at him. Okay, I'll do that when Imhotep's confirmed that he doesn't want to change his archers. Take another saber in place of archers. Well, if you're going to do that, why don't we keep your level 3 saber infantry instead of changing them to a pearl dragon, and change your archers to a pearl dragon, because the pearl dragons are going to come out level 1. So that way you don't lose 2 levels of saber infantry by moving the unit to this card instead, basically. That's the disadvantage of training troops, is they lose experience because they are basically learning to fight in a different way. Okay, cool. We'll stick with that. Right, David said throw Song Chen at the yellow turbans. So Song Chen is going to be thrown at the yellow turbans. It's a close victory, David, and everything's inside the settlement, so once you win the victory it's all dead anyway. So it's up to you. Delegate. Delegate! A victory for Song Chen. And what do you want to do with the town? Occupy. Oh, the captured scholar. David, this is going to be on you. One of the assets seized from the enemy appears to be a scholar. They can read, write, and have the unenviable ability to relentlessly assault your guards' ears with long, tedious odes to leaves. They are brought shortly before meeting with an unfortunate accident, no doubt. Hire. You looked around at your bandits and decided intellectual insight was sorely lacking, and so hired the scholar then and there. The scholar was Yao Zhou. He's a level 1, academic background, 20-year-old scholar, who is charitable, selfless, and uncomplicated. Wow, he's a pretty goddamn good dude. He even comes with his own fan. We've gained Noble's Leather. That must have been picked up in the settlement as well, David. So that's yours to do with as you wish. If I check it, Noble's Leather can only be worn by commanders. So is there a commander that you want to gift the Noble's Leather to? If not, it'll just go into the pool. I think we only have 2 commanders in the entire faction, and that is Jiang Wan and Cao Jie. Send it to Ryan's army as a gift for keeping the West under control. Okay. Jiang Wan, you have been sent Noble's Leather by the Chancellor Song Chen all the way from Liao Qi. Do you accept this gift, or do you want to give it to somebody else? I ask that question before putting it on you, because otherwise when I take it off we'll have to wait a turn to pass it on if you want to do that. I accept. So now Jiang looks like a total badass because he's got Noble's leather on. Commandery secured. Excellent. Lots and lots and lots of things happening. So David's moved, Zhang's holding, Jiang holding, she's disbanded. Excellent. Cool. Alright, we also need to pick a reform. Now, every time I get in the reform tree, I spend about 60 seconds wondering what I'm going to do. Then I randomly pick something almost, and then just after I've picked it, I get about 3 messages that say, that! Aww. So, what do you guys want to do? We've actually finished the industrial side, except for this branch we haven't unlocked yet. Trade agreement, says David, which would be Sino-Roman embassies. Sino or Sino? I know it's like meant to mean Chinese, like it indicates that it's Chinese, but I don't know which way of saying that. Doomsday said trade as well. Alright, the Sino-Roman embassy. They speak of another great empire to rival our own in distant lands. If they speak, we should listen. It does always interest me because I really like Roman history and the Three Kingdoms period. To me, they almost exist in a vacuum separate from each other, but it's 220 AD. This was like the height of the Roman Empire. So, like way, way off this side of the map, Rome is doing its own empire stuff, which always weirds me out a little bit. That's going to do it for the spring though. Let's drop a save. And then proceed forward. What do you want? The Duchy of Shu Han invites you to form a military alliance if you give 7 food per turn for the next 2 years. That's interesting. Liu Bei is at war with the Yellow Turbans, so are we. Zhang Fu, who is he? Liu Zhang, who's way down in the southwest somewhere, I think. The Han. And the Duchy of Song. The difference between an alliance and a coalition is in a coalition you can choose whether you want to help somebody in a war. In an alliance, refusing breaks the alliance. So basically you don't get to refuse unless you no longer want to be allies. You don't get dragged into the wars that they've got at the start. I think they can request you to join them. But certainly any wars that start after you sign the agreement, you cannot refuse without breaking the alliance. Cam, welcome to the stream, bud. Day 9 of our Zhangzhong interactive roleplay campaign. We're just currently deciding whether we want to be in an alliance with the Duchy of Shu Han. It's got let out early from work. Nice. Liu Bei's personality. He's honourable, so he honours treaties. harder to bribe, makes diplomatic decisions based almost exclusively on attitude, very willing to become vassal, admires power, friendly and kind in diplomacy, acting positively towards them or their friends greatly improves diplomatic relations, always releases captives. He's not the kind of character that would betray an alliance, but he may end up breaking it if he doesn't want to fight with us. I don't know what to do here, guys. What do you guys think? If we look at... That doesn't help. Okay, so if we look at the attitude map, Liu Bei is the green bits, because I'm fairly sure they're all belonging to him, and he's the only person who likes us. So the green bits are Shu Han. The yellow bit in between all the green bits is Song, or Yuan Tan, that he is at war with already. I'm not sure. David's saying go for it, we're better off having an ally against Song since he broke the coalition. That's true, he probably is planning on attacking us at some point. Anybody else got an opinion? Oh, there's Zhang Fu that Liu Bei's at war with. Not seeing any other opinions. I think I agree with David. I'm not 100% sure if it's the best play in the world. I don't know if it's going to backfire in the end, but I do think there's a good chance it won't. Does an alliance allow for military access? I think it's part and parcel of it. But if not, we'd certainly be able to tack it on later on. Like, we'd be able to, I doubt he'd say no. What would be the point of allies? They basically have to help each other in every war that starts. They don't get to refuse, because if they refuse, it breaks the alliance. Whereas in a coalition, I can be like, nah, I'm not going to help you with that one. And it might upset the person, but we're still in a coalition. Demonic21, Adam, thank you so much for the follow, mate. Welcome to the doghouse. Guys, don't forget, !Discord will get you an invite to my Discord should you want one. I'm going to do it because I feel like we've wasted enough time thinking about it, and I think it's going to be good for us. Fingers crossed, I hope. Marzoon has got an army coming up that way. Okay, that guy just entered ambush. Zhongzhang formed an alliance with the Duchy of Shuhan. As a mule. Oh god. Your general steps outside to go hunting as a violent monsoon howls and batters the walls. The hunting trip was only mentioned in jest because of the storm, but your obstinate general sees it as a challenge and cannot be dissuaded, and therefore got her dumbass self wounded. Well done, you absolute idiot. So for one turn, Taishet Sir is in command of the army, because Zhongzhang is too wounded to do so. We're going to invoke the council again. Okay. We gained a clear rat. Alright. They're not going anywhere. Zhongwan, you are 100% mustard. There is no ketchup in your unit. What do you want to do? And Songchen, you're way up here. You are nowhere near anybody right now. Is there anything you would like to do? Who owns what around Yobei Ping? It's basically, we own Liao Xi, both the town and the toolmaker. We own Yobei Ping, both the city and the trade port. Yuen Tan, or Song, owns Yojo Town, an iron mine, and Dai horse pastures. We own Dai Town. Song also owns Bohai fishing port, and Liu Bei owns Bohai Town. Cross the river and press west, says Jiangwan. Which crossing are you going for? That one up there, or this one down here? Upper or lower? Lower. Okay. Yeah, you could probably cross the river if you wanted to jump into forced march, Ryan. A forced march. But as standard, you can't move from up there down here and cross. Crossing rivers basically takes a shitload of movement. Repair the stuff in Yobei Ping. There's only one thing left to repair, so that's getting repaired. Is there anything else you would like to do, David, up there? And then, Ryan, do you want to drop into force march to cross the river, or are you just staying on this side for this turn? Stay in standard. Any civil improvements in She-Her? You can upgrade the public fishing jetties to a communal fishing pier, or you could upgrade the large town to a small city. David's saying keep us where we are to replenish. The only thing that I would sort of bounce back at you, David, just to consider, is, yeah, the army needs replenishing right now, but once you've fully replenished, what's the plan? Like, even if we end up in a war right now, let's say Song declares war on us, you are 2, maybe 3 turns away from the iron mine up there, and if it's not Song, you're probably 10, 15 turns away from anything up there. It's like you're at the edge of the map. There is nothing beyond there. Also, Shun Yu is free to disband his retinue to return to civil duty when he so wishes. He is not obligated to stay in the army. It's interesting that you said that, David, because I was going to wait. Move us to the tool maker. Okay. I was going to wait until Shun Yu was like, right, I want to disband my retinue and go back to doing stuff, and then be like, shame about that. Tongchen is an official army, so you're an official appointee. You cannot leave unless your general gives you permission, but you just gave him permission before I even said that, and thus spoiled all of my fun. Fishing pier, okay. Communal fishing pier in She-Her fishing port, as per the orders of Jiangwan. And that's all we can do in the summer, so we're going to proceed. It's alright, David. I'm just impressed that you kind of, like, presumed, because I feel like most people probably would have been like, well, he volunteered to put his retinue in, so he can volunteer to take it out. And it's like, no, he can't, though. Hello! What is that geezer doing? Spy returning, Shu Rao. Okay, so it doesn't look like Shu Rao managed to infiltrate Han Xin, but she does appear to have wrecked most of his territory, which is nice. Zhongjiang is now available for duty again, so we can put her in charge of her own army. Stupid woman. She's got 2 turns left. That is, she's stupid and a woman, not stupid because she's a woman, by the way. Like I would say stupid man if she was a man. But she's not. So she's got 2 turns before she's no longer wounded. We've gained the 6 secret teachings. Can we send Shu Rao to Song this time? Yeah, I don't see why not. We have to wait for her to come back, but I'm sure we can. Much in life requires strategy if success is to be wooed. The 6 secret teachings. We already sent our sister a gift. Zongchen! A gift has arrived from your bandit queen, called the 6 secret teachings. The only problem is, if you accept this gift, it will have to replace your jade rooster, because there's only so much room on the shelf in your tent, I guess. I don't know why. You can't have both. So if you want to accept it, you are going to have to get rid of the jade rooster. And if you do get rid of the jade rooster, you can choose where you send it. You can either send it back to the loot pool, or you can send the jade rooster on to somebody else. It's up to you. I will happily accept the gift and put the rooster in the loot pool. Okay? There you go. Why does it say you've got full movement? Oh, because we only just started the turn. I am totally with it, it's fine. I don't normally point out when things have finished building, but Zhongshan has finished its upgrade to a small city. I might have to start doing that since people are actually doing building stuff. I'm going to have Zhongzhang stay still a bit longer because of her wound. I'm a bit worried about her getting beaten. Jiangwan, do you have orders? You're currently on the east bank of the Yellow River. And Song Chen, do you have orders as well? And okay, that's already doing stuff. Move us into the toolmaker for now, okay? Now I'm just waiting on Jiang Wan. We do have Ma Zun himself pressing down here. Now the actual north bank of the river doesn't belong to us, but there is territory down there that does. I think what I'm going to do, well, what she's going to do, Han Anyue is going to raise her retinue again. What is this place? Do you mean the game or my stream, Jason? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Ryan, are you alive? Are you giving orders this harvest, or are you just stuffing your face with the harvest? Jason, thank you so much for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the doghouse. Welcome to day 9 of our interactive Let's Roleplay Zhongzhang campaign. Cross the river! Alright. Jiangwan is crossing the Yellow River. That's pretty much all you can do with your movement, Ryan. And by the way, this terrain that you're walking into is fucking garbage. It takes forever to walk across, so have fun with that. That looks like everything we can achieve. Nobody's talking about any civil builds, so we are going to proceed onwards. If you like Total War games, or you're interested in the Three Kingdoms period, which, if you've played any of the Dynasty Warriors games, that's the same, it's the same characters, then yes, this game is absolutely amazing. If you don't like strategy games, Total War games, or the Dynasty Warriors games, you're probably sitting there thinking, what the fuck? Han Xin will sign peace with us for a total of 12,000 copper over 2 years. He's getting a big fat note because he's currently what we're chowing down on. the first one. The first one or Dynasty Warriors 2, because I know there was a first one, but it was like a Tekken game. And like when they got number 2, they changed the format. Living in harmony. Charity inevitably draws the charitable. Those who strive to be outgoing and generous often band together, like mountains before a growing storm, stalwart and implacable. Friendship between two altruistic souls is growing, and China itself will benefit from such companionship. Yao Zhou and Tishu Yu have deepened their relationship. Sima Yi is back in the recruitment pool, because nobody can keep him. He's now 41. I don't think we could keep him either, because typically you need to give him the Prime Minister's job, and we don't have it unlocked in order to satisfy him. Which is a shame, because he'd be amazing. Jiang Qin is actually a really cool character as well. And he's only 46. The one where you mowed down a guy with hundreds of people. Yeah, that would have probably been number 2 then. Gonna wait another turn until Zhong Zhang is not wounded. Zhang Wan, your pitiful movement in this terrible terrain allows you to move up to this next stream if you want. What else we got going on? Tai Yuan has finished upgrading to a large city. No, it's finished upgrading its government provincial workshops. Lu Zheng is actually going to have it build a Confucian temple. And She-Her finished its communal fishing pier. If he ain't old as hell when we get the spot, I want him. What, Sumi? Spartan Total Warrior was cool, yeah. That one was actually called Total Warrior, not Total War. We shall press on west in normal march. Okay. Like west-west, straight west, or southwest towards Anding? You're gonna have to pick. No, Jason might still be referring to Dynasty Warriors. That's how the Dynasty Warriors games pretty much work. You're a dude who kills hundreds of thousands of people every battle. David Song Chen, got any moves or anything? Ryan is saying towards Anding, so that's going to be more of a kind of southwest direction. That's him moved. Zhong Zhang is not moving. Hanan Yue is still raised. You know what? Lu Zheng is actually going to send some people on some assignments, but I need to figure out who. Huang Chuan, Tishu Yu, and... well, actually, no, let's do it in order of age. Not Shu Rao. Song Yang, maybe Dan Wei, Tishu Yu. Yeah, Song Yang, Dan Wei, and Tishu Yu. Wait a minute. No, not Song Yang. Because he's a level 3. We are, however, going to supervise construction in Taiyuan with Tishu Yu. We're going to have Huang Chuan. We're going to have Huang Chuan organize guerrillas in She-Her. And then, with the final spot, She's gonna send Dan Wei to supervise construction in Yanmen. Cool. Inch us closer. Who are you getting closer? What, to Song, David? To Yojo? Are you wanting to be like there? Yes. Both been playing a lot of Anno 1800 recently. The learning curve is pretty steep. There's a lot of intricacies that the game doesn't tell you anything about. That's a mile, not an inch. Well, I didn't know what you were trying to achieve. Be clearer. I've always been interested in the Anno games, Jason, but I've just never... They've never quite been, like, enticing enough for me to want to buy them. I am gonna send Shu Rao off to spy on Song. And that's going to be the end of the autumn. Sorry, David, you did say inch us. I should have just moved a little bit. Grabbed Anno 1800 during the open beta and fell in love. Awesome. Uh-oh.
此乃顺应天意，泱泱大国陷入纷争乱世。曾经的诸侯，如今各怀鬼胎。旧事已亡，天道轮回，其时已终。天下之事瞬息万变。
Well, I know what that means, but I don't know if everybody else does. Marzoon is actually coming way up the river. So what it means is there's now 3 kingdoms. Challenger for the throne, the Duchy of Wu, and the Kingdom of Wei. No longer Emperor, Kingdom of Wei. What is going on? That's not how that's supposed to work. What's happening? Okay, yeah. So, I'm not 100% sure. This never seems to work as it's intended. Basically, Wu declared themselves emperor as well, meaning that there was now 2 kingdoms. And then, somehow Wu have ended up with 2 of... I think... Okay, no, I'm with it. What happened was, this was Wei's imperial seat. Wu took it, which gave them enough territory to become an emperor, so their old capital became an imperial capital. They also took Wei's capital, which means that Wei then moved their capital, so now there's 3 imperial capitals, and this is it. There will not be any more, there will not be any less, and I'm not 100% sure if you can move them. That's not great positioning for us. Like, Wu owns 2 of them, and the other one is right next to the one they just took, so... Wu's probably about to, capture all of them. It's not quite as steep as, say, Hearts of Iron, but it's great. Hearts of Iron got a lot easier in Hearts of Iron 4. Hearts of Iron 3 was a friggin' nightmare to learn. You had subtitles, or do you just know from the time of experience? I know. I've seen the cutscene before as well, on games where I wasn't streaming. Ryan, you're going to head back towards the edge of the river. Meanwhile, Zhongzhang is now... she's fully replenished. So she's going to take off after Handang Shang. And she's actually caught him. Again, not how those axes work, but fine. We've captured Handang Shang. He's 67 though, so as good as he looks like he is, brilliant, healthy and defiant, and one-eyed, we are not recruiting him. He can go home. Ren Kui is 54. so we're not going to recruit him either.
这群人只会拖我们地球上进。
Zhongjiang and Song Jian have become Oathsworn. Jesus, that didn't take long.
地球上进。
And Zhongjiang has leveled up to level 9. Stubborn, fiery, fraternal, greedy, energetic, clever, determined and one-eyed. Trust, mobility or endurance. Stubborn, fiery, energetic, determined. It's got to be endurance. Just watched a last flip the fuck out. Oh, a lady. Okay. What was she flipping out about? David, where would you like Song Chen to be this winter? And Huang Chuan has actually leveled up. Hey! Ascetic, friendly and indecisive. Fury, flexibility and clarity. Ascetic, friendly and indecisive. Doesn't have a lot of possessions, gets on well with people, can't make decisions. I mean, he sounds like a really flexible person, to be perfectly honest. So we're going to give him flexibility. Keep my eyes there, okay? I'm going to encamp you then because you're not moving and it makes sense. No idea, Amtrak police was trying to calm her down, then she went full screaming idiot mode. Lovely. Tai Yuan's already building stuff. Is Doomsday still around? Or has he gone into hiding? I'm going to end the winter. Because I think we've done everything we can do. Got about 25 minutes left on the stream, guys. Maybe 35. Because we pretty much did 10 minutes of intro music, so... Xu Rao has been dispatched. Song Chen has leveled up, David. No, he hasn't. It says he has. Wait a minute, ranks gained. Did it promote you? I'm sure we've had this before where I was like, did it actually promote you to a different rank? I don't remember. I feel like you were a Chief Inspector before. It says you gained a rank, but apparently not. Oh dear! Imhotep and Ryan! Jiang Wan and Jing Pei have become rivals. Fun fact, Amtrak is a private company with their own law enforcement agency that has federal powers of arrest. Amtrak is a government-owned corporation. All Class 1 railroads have their own law enforcement with federal power of arrest on railroad property or during investigations of crimes relating to railroad property. Interesting. Jiang Wan and Jing Pei have become rivals. However, more importantly, Ma Zun is on the opposite side of that little stream to Jiang Wan. Can't rivals go back to being friends? Well, the reason that you guys, the main reason that you're rivals is because you don't harmonize. So Jiang Wan with an officer background focuses on his duty, and Jing Pei with the disloyal trait doesn't care about duty. So they don't agree on that. Their relationship can swing back the other way, but usually you have to win victories and stuff to do that, and they've been doing that anyway. and it's still deteriorated to rivalry. So yeah, I think it can, but it's probably not going to be easy. Ryan, are you still around? We need to know what you're doing about Marzoon. And whilst he's having a think about that, David, are you going to be moving, or is Song Chen staying on that border? Taiyuan has built its Confucian temple. Lu Zhong is going to order the construction of an industrial tool manufacturer. We will press closer to him. I'm not 100% Ryan, but I think you could potentially attack him across the stream. If that's what you wanted to do, I also think that Zhongzhang can just get close enough to reinforce you. But it's a bit of a gamble. I suppose that's not a smart thing, because we don't know if there's an army down there. So actually I'm going to have Zhongzhang's forces withdraw back across this stream and fortify so they can replenish. So you want to press closer to him, which I'm going to press you closer to him but also close to the river so that you can hopefully cross the river next turn, because otherwise you'll get caught out and he'll be able to get a lot further than you. Staying, don't want to announce war unless necessary. Okay. Sorry Ryan, I just I moved you over here and the movement's trash, so you can't. I don't think you could have anyway, to be fair. Alright, we need to pick another reform. We don't have any unlocked options on the strategist tree or on the sentinel tree. So at the minute it's either an extra administrator position, something from the vanguard tree, or one of these two techs from the champion tree. I'm actually going to get eunuch secretaries for the administrator position. What unit is which one, David? If you meant down here, that is G infantry. If you meant up here, that one is saber cav. That one there is cataphracts. I think it's going to be eunuch secretaries for the extra administrator position. The eunuch secretaries manage the office of state with frightening efficiency. They are sharply watched. Which now means we have actually got a third administrator position. And we also still have the Grand Commandant and the Grand Excellency slots open. We may want to consider filling some of these positions. Does anybody have any nominations for any three of, well, not any three, any one of these three jobs? Let's see what people have got. How do you get positions in the court, Imhotep? We're literally doing it. If people have someone they want to nominate, we'll kind of consider them and discuss them and see how things line up. these are the court positions. Administrators are technically not like, they're not called court positions, but they're on the court page. Oh, hang on. I'd like to offer the new administrator spot to Jiang Wan for she/her. Interesting. Jiang Wan, how would you feel about the Chancellor nominating you to be the administrator of she/her commandery? Which means that you're responsible for its protection and its development. Bearing in mind, she/her is this bit. It's just the fishing port and the town here. I would be honoured. Let's have a look at your relationships. You're apparently friends with Zheng Zhang. And yeah, friends with Zheng Zhang with the Chancellor's backing. So let's appoint an administrator for she/her, Jiang Wan. It is spring 221. I need to make a note of that position. There we go. Jiang Wan, prefect of the West and administrator of she/her. Do we have... May I nominate my commander for commandant? You can nominate whoever you want, it just isn't guaranteed. The Chancellor is asking you what makes Jingpei a good Grand Commandant. Aren't you anyway what? Oh yeah, wait, what? Does Imhotep mean nominate himself or nominate Jiang Wan? I'm confused. What are you nominating, Imhotep? Yourself or Jiang Wan? I think there may have been a bit of miscommunication. Not myself, I'm not ready for higher court positions. Okay, so you're nominating Jiang Wan for Grand Commandant. That's an interesting idea. What does everyone else think of that? Especially the Chancellor, since the Chancellor is on the council. Squeaks, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. If we did promote Jiang Wan to Grand Commandant, he would not be an administrator, because you can't be both. What does the Bandit Queen think? I think I'm asking you, as my Chancellor, what you think. This isn't a game of what the fuck do I think. What do you think about Jiang Wan being appointed Grand Commandant? Felt like Eddie Izzard then. This isn't a game of who the fuck are you? You not know who that is? That's Jeff Vader, that is. He runs the Death Star. No, I'm not Jeff Vader. I think the Bandit Queen would prefer to hear her Chancellor's opinion first. After all, you are the first of my appointed ministers. Hey, that's literally the words! First of your appointed ministers. God, I play this game too much. I think he would be a good fit, and we don't really have anyone else for the spot unless Taishat Sir would move up. You see, I agree, Taishat Sir is older and has been with us longer and is more seasoned, but Taishat Sir has been a career captain, not a general. And that was what I was weighing up. I was kind of waiting to see what you thought on that, because for me, it's really an argument versus like experience overall and age versus first-hand experience, I guess. I'm unsure if I am prepared for such a responsibility, but if the Bandit Queen and Chancellor think it's appropriate, I will do my best. I'd be willing to give Zhang-Wan a shot, because if you think about in terms of the faction, who's been a general, like an actual general, it's been Zheng Zhang, Zhang-Wan, Lu Zheng, and Song Chen. Well, 3 of those 4 have already got positions on the council that can't really be changed. So I think he gets it, David. I think that's where we're at, isn't it? We give him Grand Commandant. Let's do it. Okay. He was recently assigned to a new post. I don't know how long that lasts for. It may just be this turn. It may be quite a while. So, for now, he's not getting it. I tell you what we'll do. I will appoint him Acting Grand Commandant. Appointed. Spring 221 AD. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So we did this with Shun Yu when we wanted to make him administrator, but he was on an assignment. We made him acting administrator until we could do it. So Ryan, Zhang-Wan is going to be acting Grand Commandant for the time being. What I'm going to say, somebody else came up with this the other day in Monday's stream. The bonuses for being Grand Commandant, like the bonuses of being Chancellor, is that David has a very high weight to his opinion on basically everything. Your bonuses as the Grand Commandant are A, I will never ever 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 ask your character to retire from military life. So you can fight until you're 93, as long as you live that long. I don't care. You get to have an opinion on any kind of like military appointment. So if I'm going to appoint somebody a general or whatever, you definitely get a say in that. And somebody else on Monday suggested that the Grand Commandant should have more weight in terms of what we do with prisoners and like captured towns and stuff. And I'm thinking that's probably a decent idea. So you're basically like going to be military affairs. That, I think, is everybody's moves that we can make. It is spring, however. And the stream... Oh, we've got 20 minutes left. We can maybe cram another year in. Let's try. Let's do a save. I think we can get to 222. Go. Ugh, so many banners. The Duchy of Song offers us a trade agreement for a tunic of divination and a military instructor. It's worth 600 a turn. It's certainly not permanent if Shu Han declares, like, calls us to war against Song. But for the time being, it might be worth doing. I think it's worth doing just to get the money until we stop getting the money. Jiangwan says he'd take it. Do it, but damn, I wanted him to call war already. It's a bit early. You might be in position, but nobody else is. Marzun is moving towards Zhengzhang, but as I said, the movement on this terrain is garbage. Vengeful versus pacifist. One of your generals is incensed by another's slight, demanding bloody total vengeance as justice. Burn their homes, crush their lives. A friend tries to calm him. It is vengeance that has led China to this point, she suggests, and that calmer heads must prevail. You consider their arguments. I actually think that Zhengzhang is vengeance all day every day. You vowed that any who cross you shall suffer your righteous vengeance. See? Is that not Zhengzhang? Apparently Tongchen has gained a rank again. Let's go see if this one's real. It is real. David, you actually gained a rank this time. So you are a 54-year-old sentinel, level 6, with a lookout background, and you are the Chancellor. Your character is direct, intimidating, philanthropic, deceitful, dutiful, incompetent, energetic, and lame. And you have 4 options: composure, diligence, stability, or understanding. See you later, Ronica. Thank you for stopping by. Really appreciate it. Hope work's not too terrible for you. My blade thirsts for the blood of Song. Your blade isn't even pointed at Song. What are you talking about? Does Shun Yu have night battles? Well, he does not. Nor does Jujun. I want night battles composure. Okay. Right. I'm assuming you're not moving, David, but please do confirm that. Ryan. I think you... This stream is an absolute ball ache to get across. How far can he move? You know what? We're just gonna stay ahead of him and keep drawing him towards the horse pastures. Not moving, okay. We will cross the stream. If you can. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're across it, but like I said, garbage movement on this terrain. That's all we can do for the summer. Duchy of Shuhan requests your military support against the Han Empire, who I believe are a vassal of Song because Song has the Emperor, and therefore Song can't refuse to help them. So if we click accept, it says Han, but I'm pretty sure it includes Song. Are we siding with Liu Bei? This is gonna get fucking nasty real quick. It's probably gonna be for day 10's stream though. The majority of it definitely is, but I feel like we're in a bad position to fight this war right now, because we've got like 2 of our main armies are over here, and this is the new front. But given that Shuhan and Song are like mixed in with each other, Shuhan are down there fighting them, it might be doable. Yes, we are siding with him according to David. Yeah, the Han is Song's vassal, so they will get pulled in as well. which means they'll probably call Zhang Fu in, who's over there as well. Alright, let's just do it. I think we're doing it. We're doing it. Now we're at war with Song. And there is no such thing as a front line anymore. It's just hell. The north of China just erupted. Oh my god. Why the hell did Marzoon just turn pink? What does that mean? Song declared war on us. Marzoon declared war on the Duchy of Shu Han. What? Okay, I think Marzoon just went to war with Shu Han. I don't quite understand why they've turned pink. Why are you pink? What does that mean? That's not even a thing. Alliance enemy. Okay. Oh, does it mean we're at war with him because he declared war on Shu? Maybe that's why. I'm not actually sure. Alright. Let's get on with it. Jiang Wan has gained a rank, Ryan. Yeah, I thought we were as well, David. That's why I'm like, why has he changed colour? That doesn't matter. Ryan, Jiang Wan is a level 3 commander with an officer background. He's 27. He is honest, concerned, philanthropic, and handsome. And he has 3 choices for skills: meditation, flexibility, or clarity. I might have just said that and Ryan's not even there. Are you there, Ryan? Can you over there? Yep, I can. So, meditation, flexibility, and clarity. I mean, clarity is nice, but he might not be staying as an administrator. He may be moving up above that immediately, in which case he's highly unlikely to regress back to an administrator. Meditation. Okie doke. And that just turned you legendary. Your authority reached 100, so next turn your name will be golden. You have very limited movement options, Ryan, but what do you want to do? They're looking pretty scary at the minute. What else have we got? We've done that. Okay. We will press on towards Anding farmland. To be honest, they cannot get anywhere near you in one move, mate. If you jumped into a march stance, you could get maybe like That might be half of your next turn's movement. Move to forced, yeah. I mean, we know where they are. They're up there, but that's as far as they can get in one move. So, you're safe. Meanwhile, Zhongjiang is going to continue to avoid contact with these guys. I'm very tempted to have her withdraw in this direction, but that's not a good idea. Yeah, instead we're going to push her through the Great Wall. And then we'll even drop to ambush stance. Han An Yue. What's the garrison? Oh, that's nasty. Right, we're in a bit of a predicament here because I feel like we might need an additional army. Do. Lu Jung is going to join Han An Yue. She's going to join her as a captain in more of an advisory role than anything else. Just for a little bit. And Song Yang as well is going to join them. They're going to start mustering that. Right, David. Song Chen can actually reach Youzhou Iron Mine in one move. The Iron Mine has a 2 retinue garrison. Take the mine. They call it a mine. A mine! Song Chen says take the mine. Oh, low predicted casualties, David. And hell, I'll even sling it to night battle so they have lower morale. Delegate. What are we doing? Occupy. Excellent. The hell's that? Your general is unhappy. Is he? Oh, it means Jujun. Never mind. Alright. Song Chen's moved. They're mustering. They've moved. Shouldn't be any civil things. Jujun gained a rank again, but Tyler's still not here. Right. That's going to be the end of the harvest. Got a couple of minutes left. We're going to see. It might have to end on this next turn. Depends how likely it is that we're going to end up in a battle. Oh, okay. Oh, it's farmland, isn't it? Yeah, it's an open battle. We won't win that. Even if I had time to fight it, I wouldn't have won. Oh, Marzoon's heading southwest. The other army's found itself ambushed by the Bandit Queen. You're getting slaughtered. Ooh, we gained an ancillary. We captured Chuan Qinju. Oh, selfless, agile and brave. She seems like a right character. But we're going to have to release her. Guo Tu. 43-year-old, administrator of Wudu. Temperamental, stern and modest. He would join us. What do we think, guys? I know he's 43. David's saying release. Hire, strip down, dismiss. Harmonica Trex. Welcome to the stream, Harmonica. Unfortunately, that's not how I play this game. And even if it was, all we would get is a stone statue of Confucius. So we are going to release him. I will take the replenishment. Alright. We've lost Anping farmland. Battlefield Surgeon. Your general refuses to celebrate a victory in battle while allies still lie wounded on the battlefield. Injured troops, 3 at a time, are personally rescued and carried on horseback to be treated before the general rides out to collect more. Zhongzhang doing her bit. Taishetse and Song Jian have become oath-sworn. We gained an architect from that town. Which... or from that battle, rather. He's already got a foreman. Cal, are you still kicking around? Dong Chun was killed in battle against us. Ryan, what are you wanting to do with Jiang Wan? At normal move, you can't quite reach Anding farmland. Cal's here. Excellent. Cal, the Bandit Queen would like to award you an architect, but you currently already have a foreman, so if you accept the architect, you then have to either send the foreman back to the loot pool or give the foreman to somebody else. So I'm asking you ahead of time if you're going to accept the architect, because if you're not, then I'll just offer it to somebody else. Press closer in normal stance. Okay, we'll do that while Cal makes his decision. So we'll move you right up to the edge of it, Ryan, so the next turn you should be able to attack the farmland. Cal says take the architect. So what do you want to do with the foreman, Cal? Do you want to give that to somebody else, or do you want to just return the foreman to the pool? Han Anyu is still returned to the pool. Okay. David, is there any orders for Song Chen's force? Move to Yobei Ping and stay. Okay. Alright. That seems to be everybody that can move. Oh no, that's not true. The Bandit Queen herself can move. So you got Song Chen's going to take on that kind of area. Han Anyue can start maybe trying to defend the central area. Yeah. I feel like the Bandit Queen would prefer to be on the bigger front, the one against against Song, so she's going to start heading back this way. I'll probably dump her on the river at some point and have her sail down and take the trade port and then come into the fight from there. Which means, Jiang Wan, when we get round to day 10 on Monday, you are pretty much going to be single-handedly responsible for the Western War. Zhongjiang is leaving you. So that's where we're at right now, guys. We are at war with Han Xin, Ma Zun, and the Duchy of Song, which is now opening pretty much... I don't think we have, well, maybe one or two settlements, but like the majority of our territory is bordering enemies at this point. Song are not weak. Fortunately, they're at war with Shu Han, so that should do them in a little bit, but it's still not a cakewalk. And they're probably going to make ground against us even more than they already have. So we're going to have to fight them back quick and brutal. But that's where we're at. Let me see if there's anywhere I can raido whilst we finish up the stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really do enjoy these Total War roleplay streams. I am looking forward to doing more War Monday when we do day 10 on Monday. Brutal and Quick are my middle names. Don't want to know why. There's nobody streaming Total War games right now that I have like on my list of people that I follow. So I guess... Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if there's just anybody streaming Three Kingdoms, and we'll just raid a stranger, I guess, if there is. That guy's clearly playing in Russian because his title is all Russian. Just let me have a look at this extra dude. Yeah. Just before we finish, while this advert gets out of my way, guys, !Discord for an invite to my Discord. If you want to join in with Sponsor and Officer, but you don't understand where the story's at right now, on the Discord there is a hashtag campaign so far section where I write a quick recap of every single day we've played, so you can read that and catch up on what you've missed.
Can you afford it?
I'm
Yeah.
just checking out this dude.
Thoughts?
I don't see how I come out of this other than...
Alright, there's some Scottish guy playing right now, playing as Tao Tao. I have no idea what difficulty he's playing on, but he's currently got nobody watching him. So I would really, really like to get like a massive raid in, because 9 people is going to be massive for this dude. I don't know how many followers he's got total. Let me have a quick snipe at that. He's got 204 followers, which is a respectable number, but apparently none of them have turned out for him today. So we're going to raid him. He's called Spears, I think. No, Spears is what he's called this video. He is called Dead Micron. So if you're going to stick around for the raid, guys, please do stick around for 2 to 5 minutes. 10 if you can, because like if we all go in and we all disappear, this dude is going to notice, because his audience is going to go to 10 and then to 0 again. So if you are coming along for the raid, please do stick around. Have a little look at his channel, see if you like it. I'll probably do the same. If you do like it, give him a follow. When you get in there, make sure you make some noise, get some barking dogs and stuff on the go so that he knows he's being raided by us. And I shall see you guys for... I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow, but it won't be Three Kingdoms. The next Three Kingdoms will be Monday. I look forward to seeing everybody, hopefully on Monday, but also hopefully tomorrow for whatever we're doing. I don't know what it is yet. Thank you guys so much for the time being. It's going to be War Dog out.